ain't a simulation of the doo-doo. This is the shot said to get used to. Gangstar foundation to treat. We branched all shine. I just waited our chance to blast off. Year rounds in possession of Black Poet, Nick Khalil, the NYGs. I'm making diamonds out of pressure. My pipes are in.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And one of the dynamic players we'll be seeing tonight is Draymond Green, so instrumental in the Warriors' championship run in 15. Shaq, he's a guy who can do it all on both ends of the floor.
He got great speed, strong enough to guard any position.
We've got basketball at Oracle Arena, the home of the Warriors in Oakland, California. Live on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season. But he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
And the starting group for the Spurs. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Duncan is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. Now Parker, after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Parker kicks to Leonard, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. The drive by Green, Leonard, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. And Aldridge postponing that thumb injury surgery, even though they said it might double his eventual recovery time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty admirable that he was out there because he wasn't just playing in pain. He was playing hurt. That shows you his commitment to winning.
Now Duncan following the three-point attempt by Andrew Bogut. Green, no luck.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Stolen by Thompson. The three from Barnes can't hit. Great D that time from Leonard.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
It's stolen by Bogut. Golden State moving the ball around. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
For San Antonio, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Parker inside. It's up against Thompson. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Kept alive. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
And Parker, here we go. The feed to Duncan. Kicks it out to Leonard. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. The Warriors have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
The drive by Green, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. 4 on the clock. Leonard kicks to Duncan. over Bogut, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. Warriors leading by 4. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Nobody near Barnes. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And Greg, you know, for Popovich being with the Spurs for so long, since 1996, Clark, he is actually the longest tenured coach in all of sports right now.
Amazing, Kevin, and he's done it through winning. I mean, the third fastest coach ever to get to 1,000 wins. You compare his numbers with any coach in any sport, and they stack up as Hall of Fame caliber.
A nice bounce-back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Curry's checked in for Golden State. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. West is checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Green, and it's Mills in for Parker.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
I tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
And he gets the bucket. Curry's got 5.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
And Mills kicks it to West. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Golden State's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year. And that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of the game. And that put back about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart, he's tough, he's all about team, and, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in, and San Antonio with the change here, too. Aldridge is checked in. That drops. Ginobili's got his first basket.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Now here's Curry. 5 points in the game. And the Warriors miss again. Ginobili left side. Again, the Spurs good for 2. Here's Curry. Green with a screen for Curry. 26 seconds left in the first quarter.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
It's tipped. Ginobili with the steal. Green with the block. They retain possession. And Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, very demanding. Throughout the years, he was hardest on his...
My first 3-4 years, it was...
Even Even though it seems like that was a very long time ago now, to hear Tony Parker talk about it now still sounds very fresh to him.
Did he acknowledge, Kevin, that he cried?
It sounds like it, yeah.
The game made him cry. That's one of the things fans forget about with professional athletes. No matter how successful they get, players never forget that pain and frustration or those other emotions they've gone through to help get them to where they are.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Really, it's always a positive when you can get some impact off your bench.
Always nice to have firepower coming from the reserves, and they've had firepower and then some so far.
We've got Iguodala. Barbosa is out there with Livingston. Then there's Festus Ezeli, and it's Spates in at the 5 down low. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough it was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Shoots from the high post, and the rejection by Ezeli. Ginobili outside. Over to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Parker's shot is off.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Spates. Golden State moving the ball around. It's Iguodala with the drive. Can't hit. Nice D from Duncan.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Spates, the pass to Ezeli. Shoots from 12. It's stolen by Green. Here's Ginobili. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in, and San Antonio also making a switch. Boris Diaz checked in for Duncan. Here's Spates, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists tonight. San Antonio leading by 3. Parker kicks to Aldridge, and he uses the glass on the layup. Aldridge has got his second bucket of the night.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Ezeli gets the bucket.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the ones they want.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And, of course, Tony Parker, so big for San Antonio in those championship runs. But word on the street was that Spurs coach Greg Popovich didn't always go easy on Tony. He really pushed him to the limit.
You know, it started back when Tony was invited to the Spurs summer camp before the 2001 draft. One of the scouts was really physical with Tony, really gave him a hard time, and that was really the start of his maturation process in learning to deal with the NBA.
And, you know, getting back to Popovich's relationship with Tony Parker, Pop made the decision to draft Parker. So he obviously saw something. But Pop's a perfectionist, and if you're going to play point guard for him, you've got to deliver consistently.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And talking about Tony Parker, Pop's tough love with him really paid off. Tony eventually became incredibly consistent, culminating with him being named the Finals MVP back in 2007.
Klay Thompson is checked in for Leandro Barbosa. The Spurs also changing it up. West is checked in for Aldridge. And it's Leonard in for Green. Curry dishes to Spates. Thompson outside. Passes it to Ezeli. Curry with a wide open look. The three-pointer no good. Spurs leading by 4. Leonard, the pass to Ginobili. Down low. At the top of the key, Curry. Finish off the break. Curry's got 10 points.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
To the middle, here's Diaw, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Azili. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
You know, you take a look at this group of Spurs and you wonder if they've peaked. I mean, it seems you say that a lot with this team, and they prove you wrong. What Popovich said last year, he feels it might actually be the case.
Ginobili attacking, stolen by Thompson. Now the Warriors moving it up from 13, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The San Antonio Spurs, a team that has had such a strong core. So disciplined, Clark, it's hard to see them struggle, even think of them struggling, even on the road.
Well, you know, last season they did have trouble at times on the road, but 22-19, still not too bad.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And the Spurs with some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for West. Duncan comes in for Boris Diaw. And it's Mills in for Parker. Leonard against Thompson. Goes up on the wing. They get it again. Duncan kicks to Mills. Aldridge up on top. Second chance shot. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's going to be on Maurice Spates.
And for the Spurs on the road, it wasn't the scoring. They were so good at home, but scored 8.5 points less per game on the road. That was the biggest margin in the NBA. And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Another shot and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg. Boy, it's been a long time since the Spurs had a losing record on the road, so there aren't any concerns for them. I mean, they've never had a losing road record since Tim Duncan was drafted. Wow, that's back to 1997.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Picked his pocket.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the black? A high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBucket.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Maurice Spates. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of the game.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Tries to hit him, and the rejection by Leonard. Can't get it to go. It's a tough.
Yes, Kevin.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie. And it's a neck-and-neck game going on at Oracle Arena. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State? And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the...
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
You know, we talk so often about making your teammates better, and his ability to see the floor and then make those passes on time in that first half was the key.
Boy, I tell you what, they say he's not a playmaker, but he certainly has fooled me with the way he's performing right now.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the center position. Pass to Bogut for the lead, and he lays it up and in. Bogut's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Warriors.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Curry against Green. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Green's got 7 points in the game.
My, he is so adept at finishing in the low post.
And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
West is checked in for the Spurs. DL comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Dishes it to Thompson. Fires for 3. Rebounds San Antonio. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kicks it to Parker. 17-foot shot on the way. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up. Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And 11 inches wide. Wow.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size that Greg was talking about, Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7, okay?
Huh.
So that just lets you know.
Wow.
The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, that's huge. Spates checked in for the Warriors. And San Antonio also making a switch. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Boris Diaw. The Warriors trailing. There's the pass to Spates. Outside, Green feeds to Curry. Spates dishes to Green. And Thompson kicks to Spates. Here's Curry with the 3. And the Warriors get it back. Thompson passes to Spates. Here's Curry. The 19-footer is on the money. Curry's got it all tied up now for the Warriors. Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. It's Parker with the drive. Leonard on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Leonard against Thompson. He's whistled for the 5-second back-to-the-basket violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
There's the bucket. Good. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. On the wing, Green. Covered by Barnes. Green kicks to Aldridge. The dish to Parker. Shoots from 14. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And Tony Parker, at least some of his success can be attributed to playing with talented bigs. I mean, in his rookie season, he plays with both the Admiral and Tim Duncan. He kept that partnership going with Duncan for several more championships. So while talented, he's also been very fortunate.
Thompson outside. Curry against Parker. Outside Curry. Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
You start hitting a few of those mid-range shots, and it can open up your whole game.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love, but I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch four-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
San Antonio calls timeout. And Draymond Green won't give you the superstar numbers of a Kevin Love, but he's got a deceptive impact, Clark, at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I call him a value-utility guy because he does a little bit of everything that brings value to your quest to win. His shooting has steadily gotten better, and while he's not an all-star yet, the sum of his total contributions on the floor, impressive.
And Aldridge comes over to help. From deep three-point range, the shot no good. And the Spurs going the other way now. Leonard dishes to Parker. Again, the Spurs good for two.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Stolen by Thompson. Curry kicks to Spates. It's rebounded by Aldridge. San Antonio leading. And Ginobili. Here we go. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Leonard against Curry to the right side. Here's Green. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships at Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four, and now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Aldridge, the pass to Ginobili. Leonard with no one around. Money from the wing. Leonard's got goals in the NCAA tournament. They are Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Draymond Green.
That's some elite company for Draymond Green. He's a hard worker, a guy you love if he's on your team. He can be an irritant if he's not with you, but continues to improve and prove his doubters wrong.
West with the steal. There's the feed to Ginobili. Lots of room. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. And that's now 8 points for Ginobili.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Green gets it to go. Here's Parker. 10 points for him. He dishes it to West, and he uses the glass on the layup. West has got 6 points.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Livingston dishes to Green, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The 4th quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And it's the Warriors with the ball. A 2-point game. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Bogut in at the 5. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. San Antonio with the ball. Green kicks to Diaw, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Iguodala, that's a two-pointer. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 7th assist in the game.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question. I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle here.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Mills passes to Diaw. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And the Spurs lead by 2.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field and behind the arc after having one of his best ever campaigns the year before. That really just makes a coach pull his hair out, and fortunately for me, I don't have it.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. The game's still in question, but he told his players, guys, this is when it's fun, right? Time is winding down, a close game. This is where you show the preparation and the time you put in. Kevin, we'll see if they respond.
Back to Mills. The Spurs could have used his contributions last year. Parker was hobbled. Corey Joseph was still learning. Mills didn't put together consistent efforts and ended up losing minutes, Clark, because of it.
Yeah, you know, Mills had the opportunity to make an impact for a championship contender. That chance doesn't come very often. Unfortunately, he couldn't make the most of it.
He kicks to Duncan. To the paint. And it's slammed in by Diaw.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Green, no luck. Spurs leading by 4. From deep. Green, no luck. Curry outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 18 points for Steph Curry. Spurs have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. There's the double team with Bogut. Green dishes to Mills. Duncan with it. Guarded now by Andrew Bogut. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
But he stays with it. Here's Green. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Some good numbers for Green. He's got 8 points and 2 blocks.
Free throw good, Green.
There are certain things, guys, that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, and, of course, the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
Tony Parker's checked in for Patty Mills. And Leonard gets it to go.
My goodness, how about the degree of... difficulty on that shot.
When you're hot, you're hot. And he is absolutely scorching.
A 3 from Barnes. And again, no good by Golden State. Spurs leading by 5. And Diao kicks to Leonard. It's stolen by Bogut. And it's the Warriors on the break. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
They kick it out to Green. Curry attacking. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Now just a 1-point Spurs lead.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
Green kicks to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park. Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined. Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all.
To take the lead. Bank shot, no good. The Spurs have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
And they don't want to let it slip away.
Curry attacking, and the wide open shot from Green. It's money from deep.
Well, that was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
Parker with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
Green against Bogut. Green kicks to Diao. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Thompson. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to.
And really. Yeah, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
We got time.
They trail by 4. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, pure desperation right now, Clark. You think there's enough time?
I doubt it. I mean,
I won't bow down to no